Welcome back, everyone, to Booked and Bonded, live from the realm of books, banter, and best friend chaos. We're your hosts, Lizzie
and Larissa.
So grab a snack and your favorite beverage of choice, and let's get bonded over Fourth Wing.
Heck yeah. Fourth Wing chapters 15 and 16. Who would have thunk it?
Who would have thunk it? And 16.5 Xaden point of view.
Yeah! What do you have to drink today?
I have a cinnamon almond herbal tea.
Ah, that sounds amazing.
It smells and tastes great, but it smells so good. I wish you could smell this right now.
That'd be so cozy.
It's like a snickerdoodle kind of, but like I don't know. It's like cookie and like cinnamon. Oh, it's so good.
That sounds so good. I have grapefruit soda.
I love it.
Love it. In a skull cup. I always get compliments on this cup. They're Thomas's, my husband's.
Does he know you use them?
Yeah, he said today while I was pouring my drink into the cup, he said, "Nice cup. You should marry the guy who bought them."
Nah,
I said,
I'm already married.
I said, "I have bad news. That's too late."
I love it.
Do you have any snacks?
No snacks.
It's pretty late today.
Yeah. Any snacks on your end?
I have my dinner. It's French fries, and then I made these chicken nugget hot honey sliders thingies.
Ooh.
They taste good. They smell even better.
They sound good.
All right, bookish life updates.
I don't got any bookish life updates. Nothing new on my end.
Cut off, all done, never reading again. No, I'm
No,
just kidding.
no. I didn't say that.
I've checked out. I'm becoming a skier.
Why? Out of everything in the universe, would I become a skier?
Maybe it's a hidden talent.
You know, I've never skied before. Maybe it's my thing.
My family loves skiing. I have avoided it my whole life. I have no idea what it's like, but every time I just imagine something getting cut in half and I can't do it.
That's a little vicious.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Okay. My bookish life updates. I should have been more prepared than this. Am I ever prepared? No. Should I be? For sure. One thing, Lizzie was... right before we started, she had hair in her mouth. And I just got to the scene in the Harry Potter graphic audio where Hermione turns into a cat in Chamber of Secrets. So that's what I was thinking, and that's why I said cat hair.
That's fair. I don't know if it was cat hair. If I do the whole transformation, I'd be down to lay around all day and just get pampered. But if I have to do if I have to do the Hermione thing, I'm good.
That means we're living in a magical world. I would take it.
How long do you think she was under? Less than a week, right?
I think it said a couple weeks.
Ooh, I'll take it. I'll do it. It's fine.
To live in Harry Potter world. Harry Potter world? What are we calling
Potter
that?
World. The wizarding world?
Of I almost said the universal world of wizards. What the heck is happening to my words today?
Okay, so I've learned something. No more after dinner podcasts. We are 5 minutes in.
It's totally fine. I'm reading 3 books with my classes. So I teach 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. I'm reading 3 different books. 6th grade, we're reading Bridge to Terabithia together.
Oh, that is
very excited. And also, we're all going to be sobbing. I don't know how they're going to handle the ending because most of them have never seen the movie either.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that's like a core memory in my brain. Of just
4th grade, watching the movie, sobbing. It was like the last day of school.
Like, my heart crushed.
Yeah. And then 7th grade, we're reading Hidden Figures.
Okay.
And I'm excited to watch that movie with them as well. And then 8th grade, we're doing And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie, which is a very well-known author. I almost said reader.
She might read.
Maybe. Well, she would have, but she's dead now.
Oh. She could have read.
probably did. But I'm excited to experience these 3 books with them.
Yeah,
it's always different. It's always different reading books with your classes than it is on your own, because they have so many different life experiences than you do, so they bring a lot more diverse perspectives to the stories.
I mean, I that's why I like talking to you about, like, books, even though we grew up very similarly. Like, there was obviously differences, but we grew up in the same town, we grew up in the same time period, but
same school, best friends, did all the things together.
Had vacations together, sleepovers, everything. But we still bring 2 different thought points and, like, point of views to stories.
Yeah. That's why I love the Fourth Wing community so much, because everyone's perspectives get to come in and, like, have all these ideas and say these things about nothing that I would have ever thought, and we get to kind of try and figure it out all together. I love how we both just did the same exact thing with our hands and our faces. What were you about to say?
My nail person I went to, she is also a reader, and
Was it the same one as last time?
No, I went to the other city one.
Oh.
But I've had her before, and we have great conversations because she reads similar books to me. But I was telling her about somehow, like, crazy theories came out, and, like, we were thinking, like, conspiracy theories, and she was, like, talking about dragons, and, like, Fourth Wing came up, and she was like, well, like, crazy tinfoil cap moment. She's like, in the Chinese zodiac calendar, every single animal exists except for dragons. So why aren't dragons exist? Like, to me, that would be like, if 99% of it is true, then why isn't the 1%? And I was like, that's a very good point. And then we went down the rabbit hole of, well, what if the Earth is flat? And Antarctica surrounds us. And beyond Antarctica are little islands, like in Fourth Wing, where the dragons live. And they're not coming over because they don't like the cold. Which brings me to chapter 16. Sigale confirms she doesn't like the cold.
Yeah, true.
That's what I talk about when I get my nails done.
I'm in camp, like, you don't know what could have existed previously.
True.
Like, I know for a fact unicorns existed in some capacity. I know that with all of my being. So why not dragons? They're like dinosaurs.
I mean, we even talked about this. We could go through the thought process of evolution, where we came from apes. Why didn't dinosaurs come from dragons? I love this nail tech so much. I'm just like, these are the best conversations I have in my life.
Bring the nail tech on the podcast.
No. We do a trip there, a remote podcast, and we go there so we can get our nails done.
I love it. Get our nails done while we chat about books.
Yeah. Do you want to open the archives?
I mean, I guess we could. Let's do it. Archives are open.
Give me that epigraph.
Epigraph for chapter 15. Okay.
Epigraph.
I think we have a new theme song every time we record.
Well, that feels fitting.
Someone needs to edit that all together. If you love to edit, make that happen.
Every time we say the word epigraph.
Chapter 15 epigraph is from page 50 of the Book of Brennan. Just because you survive threshing doesn't mean you'll survive the ride to the flight field. Being chosen isn't the only test, and if you can't hold your seat, then you'll fly straight into the ground.
Truth.
I think that is self-explanatory, but It also gives us a hint about what we're going to talk about today.
Because we left our lovely Miss Violet falling to her death.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
It's fine.
It's fine because Tairn, our boy, he ain't gonna let that happen. And he catches her.
Yeah, he does. In his claws, which is so sweet.
Yeah, because it's described as, like, he's gently holding her in his razor-sharp claws. And I'm just like, Tairn.
I love that that's a trend that we seem to see. These strong characters are so gentle with the people that they care about, and that warms my heart.
That's a really nice quality.
It is. I have a new favorite word because of this chapter.
Epigraph or the collegial? Not collegial.
Curmudgeon.
Curmudgeon.
I love that. Curmudgeon means a bad-tempered person, especially an old one. And that so perfectly describes Tairn. I love it.
Tairn to a T. Oh, okay.
So great.
So, Tairn picks her up. It was so hard for me not to just write every single quote Tairn said.
I love him.
Everything that comes out of his mouth, I'm just like, yes. Because he's like, you're making us look bad.
Yeah, stop it. I love whenever he says stop it. It's so funny.
You're bleeding. Stop it. Dude, I'm trying. But Tairn throws her up in the air and flies under her, and she lands back on him, and she gets to her seat. And Tairn is like, you need to get stronger. You, need to be able to hold on. And she's like, I'm trying. And then she feels like her legs lock up, and it's Tairn using his powers to hold her in place so she doesn't fall.
I love that.
It makes Violet a little sad because she's feels guilty, not sad, because she's he's using his powers to hold me in instead of using his powers when we're in battle for me to use my signet. And it just shows she's soft. And then Tairn's like, we're gonna have to make a show, and turns to having a roller coaster of a trip.
Hold on tight, spider monkey.
I would die on the floor if Tairn said that.
He's a twihard. My
dad.
Gale,
come on. Twilight's on. We're gonna miss it. And
Team
Darna,
Charlie.
He's so Team Charlie.
He's so Team Charlie.
And Darna pronces in. She's like, I'm here. So Gale's like, again?
She's Team Edward.
Andarna or Sigale?
Andarna. I don't know about Sigale. Sigale is team, I don't want to watch this.
Sigale's like, I literally have seen this 40 times. Can we watch a war movie or something?
Violet is kind of underestimating herself this whole time because of falling and him having to hold on to her. And she's so upset about it. And she is second guessing everything. And Tairn is he says one of his most iconic quotes. And I wish I could put in a clip from TikTok. But he says, I know exactly who and what you are, Violet Sorengale.
I feel
so good.
It's also one of the only times he says her name.
Yeah, Silver One instead.
Yeah.
That made me pause. I was like, what do you mean what you are?
He knows her potential.
What is she?
He knows her potential, and I think he knows her importance to Andarna and Andarna's goals.
I immediately was like, does Tairn know more about Violet's blessing to the temple?
Oh.
I didn't know, and then I looked up on Reddit to see what other people were thinking. Mm-hmm. What would be the weapon that Brennan refers to that killed off the Venin 600 years ago? The weapon that killed Venin 600 years ago was a great and terrible sacrifice and controlled the sky and all that was in it.
God, that's Violet.
That's Violet.
Is Violet gonna die?
Probably.
Is Violet the one that dies in the 4th book that we all love?
Maybe.
What happens in the 5th book? I swear, if the 5th book is just Dain and Simone, I'm not reading it.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Also,
Andarna's gonna die.
Shut your mouth.
I can't imagine a world where... Okay, picture this. This is what I'm picturing in my mind. Violet dies, Xaden dies, Sigales dies, Tairn dies, Andarna dies. Everyone is dead. That's how the book is going to end, because of all of their sacrifices to be able to fight off the venom. If one of them dies, they're all gone. That's just how it is.
That was a great podcast, guys. I appreciate everything you've done. I'll see you next week. Or not.
We're just rocking in the fetal position.
No one's gonna die. Liam's coming back. We're fine.
Yeah, Liam's the brother. That's my only thing I can think of that's positive.
But we know it's not freaking Riddick.
Be Riddick.
It's not Riddick.
There are theories.
Okay. Spoilers alert. It is not Riddick. You want to know why?
Why?
One, I refuse
to see him as Venom.
Accept it. Two, even if it's in print, I will cross that shit out and write in a different name. Three, it's not Riddick.
Is it Brennan?
So the thing is, with Brennan, is I feel like that's an easy thing. But I love the theory of him being a wyvern so much more now.
Yeah.
That, like, I don't feel like you can become Venom to be a wyvern. Oh, I thought about this the other day. Simone? Mm-hmm. No. Oh, is that her name?
Yeah.
Perfect. Because you know how I like thinking of people's signets and, like, what they need? I feel like the signet of, like, siphoning is, like, an internal thing of, like, you know you need to be powerful, you need to be strong to survive. And I think she has that complex, especially with Liam dying and, like, her facing this all alone. So I think that's why she has it. I also think it's because the Venom have a siphon and you have to have balance.
Of that, every time we always have to come back to these things because it's, like, our biggest mystery right now. That's what we're trying to figure out while we're reading this, so we have to bring it up.
Yeah.
After Tairn says, I know exactly who and what you are, he also said he didn't think he would make it this far.
Yes, this is what I wanted to say. Because Violet's saying, like, I'm sorry I didn't know I could make it this far. Meaning, like, Threshing actually bonding a dragon. And Tairn says, I didn't think I would make it this far either. We have that in common, basically, what he's saying.
Yeah.
And I have 2 bullet points to that. Is that because you have a rider who's Venom who told you no, don't do that? Or is that because you didn't think that you would live after breaking the bond of your Venom rider?
Europe.
It makes me so sad.
I love how Violet mentioned that Andarna still doesn't have a rider yet. She's like, the little one doesn't have a rider, but she's still coming along. It's very cute. She's probably just so curious.
Cute. She's just a little fun little gal. And then,
Violet says, or maybe it will see that we humans aren't so great after all.
And we're not.
Which is exactly what her kind wanted her to see. Her kind was like, humans suck. And that is exactly what her kind wants her to figure out.
But she doesn't.
Nope.
Oh, I didn't put that together. I like it. And then Violet asked Tairn, like, why did you choose me? Like, I need to know. Like, why did you choose me? And Tairn's like, you saved her. Like, you saved Andarna, the golden one.
You saved my child. For all intents and purposes.
Okay, fair enough. And then he also says later, but he says that you're the smartest of the year, you are cunning, and you have strength of courage, and that's worth so much more than physical strength.
Yeah. So
I love that Tairn sees Violet for who she is, just like Xaden does, and not Dain, because he's a dick. I very much don't like Dain. Oh, but also, sassy dragon. Violet's like, well, I'm not really strong or anything. And Tairn's like, please tell me how I should pick my riders. Please.
I love their dynamic because she knows she shouldn't be saying these things, but she says them anyway because she doubts herself so much. And Tairn is like, literally, just shut up.
Literally, I didn't want this.
Yeah, I didn't want to be here, but you made me be here. So here's where we are. Don't doubt yourself.
Tairn, Sigale called you, but you bonded Violet all on your own, so. Mm-hmm. Why'd you do that, Tairn? Why'd you do that?
The golden one.
No, she's the silver one. Oh, for the golden one.
With the golden one.
Oh, okay. So they finally get to the field where they had presentation. Like
This is so unrelated, and I'm definitely going back.
Side quest, I'm down for it. Let's go.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Controlling the sky and all that's in it, she could control dragons too, based on what that means. And that would make so much sense because she's the only one who could talk to her dragons without magic. She's the only one who's seen talking to other dragons, aka the green ones, when they're sniffing her. Oh, shit.
I love Violet. She's not gonna die here, right? Oh.
That would be crazy.
She is the only one that's, like, noticed talking to him. She has the green dragons in this book. She is the only one that weirdly can talk to all of the dragons in the Isles.
Mm-hmm.
But I always chop that up to being because, like, Andarna is power. Like,
it could be, and maybe she's the one that's talking about. Maybe Andarna is the weapon.
And them together is just
the ultimate weapon.
There is a reason why they left her.
And it was to find Violet, which they doubted, but it's true.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to say it because my mind just clicked that, and I was like, holy crap.
They finally make it to the flight field, and there are dragons surrounding it that are just, like, spectating, but then there are dragons on the field in two lines. There is one line of dragons who have already chosen in years past, but are still in Basgiath, and then a line of dragons of who chose today. And Violet and her dragons are the 71st bond to enter the field.
Yeah.
She's not last.
I thought that was exciting.
I know. Imagine being the first. I would be so anxiety filled because I would just be like waiting for like my friends to come.
I'm trying to picture who would have the strongest bond for it to happen that fast. Liam. And I'm thinking Riddick and I'm thinking Liam.
It could also, like, Rhee could be up there because, like, she knew.
She had a thought, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. We will never know, I guess.
Unless we ask. Rebecca!
Knock,
knock, knock. 1 millionth time.
Violet also notices that the golden one is still there and is trying to fly to catch up to Tairn and Violet.
Just a reading note. The Bond heard thoughts were not in italics until Violet knew that she was reading Tairn's thoughts. And then it changed to italics.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
I know italics are important, so I just wanted to make that note, and we have to keep up with it.
No, I appreciate it because I listen to all the books, so I don't get italics. And it actually, like, later in chapter 16... Violet's saying a line to Dain when Xaden's in the presence, and she's like, that's just paranormal.
Ghostly.
It's just ghostly.
It's so spooky.
What is that word?
Paranoia.
Yeah. That's so paranoid. But then, from Xaden's point of view, she just says, that's so. And I'm like, does she say paranoid in her head? It's like, probably.
I'd have to look at that.
I just didn't notice because I only listen to the audiobooks. I don't physically read them. So yes, she is now clocking that they're communicating through their minds and not actually talking to each other.
And the bond was formed. No, I'm just kidding.
She's bonded.
It's so exciting.
She has a dragon.
She's a freaking rider.
She's a rider.
My notes literally say rider Violet, heart.
So they land, noted that all the dragons move out of the way so Tairn can land in the center because he is main character energy. And then he also does this bending of the leg so Violet can get down easier, which all the dragons kind of mutter about, and he's like, ignore them.
Because Violet notices.
Ignore them.
And he can hear her thoughts. Yeah. She's like, am I ever going to get a moment without you in my mind? And he's like, nope, this is going to be a forever thing.
Violet turns... Love you. Violet turns to... She's still calling Andarna the golden one, or the golden dragon. And she's like, I'm glad that you're alive, but like next time maybe fly away when someone warns you that your life's in danger. And Andarna talks to her in her head and says, maybe I was saving you.
And Violet had no clue that she was choosing her.
Yes. No, Violet's like, you're not supposed to talk to someone that's not your rider. Don't get in trouble. Oh, Violet. Innocent Violet. Keep reading, Violet. You'll learn.
Keep reading. Read your own story. Figure it out.
Violet goes to the scroll keep of, like, they have to do the rider and the dragon's full name. She goes up. She notices that her mom is there in her full military guard. Also, there are other generals for different wings there, and General
Melgren. With Coda.
Which she doesn't notice Coda yet, because, like, she'll bring him up. But, one of the generals or someone's like, is that? And Violet's mom's like, shut up. Let her say it. And I now, like, coming from, like, Violet's obviously in those moments, like, fuck you, Mom, like, you didn't believe in me, you didn't do anything, but now I'm, like, sitting here being like, this is her mom, like, doing this to prove to, if anyone says, like, this isn't real, this isn't her dragon, she can literally be like, but she has his name. And so I'm seeing it from a different point of view. I love it.
Yay!
She goes up to the person who's writing it, and they're like, Violet, what's your dragon's name? And she's like, Tairn and Andarna. Pronunciation could use some work. Well, I remembered it.
Because he said that she wouldn't.
And he's like, well, at least I didn't let you fall to your death.
She's like, ugh.
Fair enough. And then she hears, and Andarna Urim. And Violet's like, what?
That's not possible.
What?
This can't be happening.
Tairn's like, tell them her name. I thought you were smart. And Violet says, and Andarna Urim. And all hell breaks loose.
Violet has two dragons, yay!
She's bonded, not just once, but twice.
She's so badass.
Ugh. Any last thoughts on chapter 15 before we switch over to 16?
Andarna Urim means the second honor.
Huh.
Very cute and also interesting, and the fans think it's related to Newton's second law of motion, which would be linked to her power. I don't know about all that. I'm not even deep diving that. I think there's other things that we just have no context for. So, yeah. Go for it.
It has been my honor.
You can't do that to me. It's like once a day I get a video about someone jump scaring me with that freaking line. And I'm like, He has to be the brother, or I'm gonna have to kill myself.
Andarna, it has been my honor. 2. Because it's the second time someone said that to her. Off the cliff. Straight to jail, Rebecca. Straight to jail.
Why did that sound like Dr. Doofenshmirtz?
Evil Incorporated. After hours.
Yeah, literally, that's us.
What is that chapter 16 epigraph?
The chapter 16 epigraph. It's from Colonel Kaori's Field Guide to Dragonkind, and it says, though this officer considers himself to be an expert on all matters dragonkind, there is a great deal we don't know about the way dragons govern themselves. There is a clear hierarchy among the most powerful, and deference is paid to elders. But I have not been able to discern how it is they make laws for themselves, or at what point a dragon decided to bond only one rider, rather than go for better odds with 2.
So first, before we talk about this, back in my theory of why dragons aren't bonding as much, I used this quote and said it was from Iron Flame. I was wrong. It is from Fourth Wing.
We'll always get it figured out. We'll correct ourselves.
Yeah, so just want to make that point clear. Oh, this shows us a lot. It shows us we don't understand everything that comes with dragons. There is a hierarchy. Your elder is important. They don't know why.
Size matters.
Size. And you make sense. Coda and Tairn are the most powerful and they're the biggest.
Yeah.
So we open up the chapter in the medical tent. Violet is getting some of her wounds checked out. She has the cut with her arm that Tynan gave her, and she also has the ankle that she broke falling down a hill.
She's not the only one there.
She's not. Jack effing Barlow's there.
Which we knew he would be.
Yeah.
Little wuss.
Some stupid dragon bonded him.
Yeah.
But Violet's not scared of him anymore. Violet recognizes that he was the coward and ran, and she's not scared of him. And so Kaori is actually helping Violet wrap up her leg and put her leg down and chatting with her. And Jack apparently has to have surgery for the damage that Violet did. And Jack's all angry at her, and Kaori's like, "Oh, you did that?" And he's like, yeah, me. I did. Then Kaori is also like, I wouldn't mess with her. Her dragon will eat you alive. And Jack realizes that the huge black dragon that he's had his eyes on is Violet's.
Yours?
Mine.
I love that. We find out that Jack needs surgery for his shoulder. He's so mad about it. Yeah. Here's my thought. Jack becomes Venom when he goes into the healers for surgery on his shoulder. Why would I think that, you say? Yeah. We know Nolan is doing it as a science experiment with the other people. Why wouldn't it be the time that he becomes Venom? Because he's subject uno. Maybe not 1. Probably not 1.
Do you think they make him become Venom?
Well, I don't think it would take much. They'd probably be like, "Hey, how strong do you want to be?" And he's like, "Yes."
You think they're making them and not just...
We have a special medical thing that you can... They said they were researching to see what they could do to make someone unvenom once they're venom. Why wouldn't it be scientific related?
Well, no, I always thought that they just found the venom and they're doing experiments on them.
We know they're messed up. They are so effed up in the head. These people who are doing these things would do anything to get what they want. And so would Jack. Makes him the perfect team.
Interesting. Okay, next time we see Jack, I'm keeping my eyes peeled. Okay.
Jack's dragon is an orange scorpion tail that's named Bade, which means group or herd, but it could also mean battlement or cloud. And he's had 4 riders before Jack. And Professor Kaori kind of hints that that's something Jack should be worried about.
Maybe not the best thing.
Yeah.
Young Jack. Oh, my thought is, like, Kaori says, like, do you want me to, like, call for Nolan? Is Nolan not there? Because I know healers can't go on it, but he's a rider. Mm-hmm. Why wouldn't he be there? Because he's
too busy with his science. Sorry.
Maybe. But I'm like, threshing is always on the same day. Like, it's known. You know that there's going to be injuries. Like, why wouldn't you have someone there for, like, the bigger shit?
Yeah.
I don't know. He's probably too busy with his science.
So suspicious.
You trust no one. Trust no one and nobody.
So while they're in the healer's tent trying to get everything fixed, the higher-ups are trying to discuss about what's happening.
Yeah, they spent the last 30 minutes being like, she can't do this. Can she do this? I don't know. But Kaori makes the great point of, I don't know why they're fighting, because it's not going to be up to them. Mm-hmm. It's up to the dragons. They make their own rules. They make their own laws. Violet also asks Kaori if anyone has ever bonded 2 dragons. And he said, you would be the first. Which I think is especially interesting when you take the quote at the beginning. Because the quote at the beginning, when they talk about a dragon picking 2 riders, mm-hmm. like, that felt more like it could happen. Or it's happened and it's been rare. But this is, like, very defined. You're the first. There's been none.
Yeah. We also get the first use of the word Empyrean, I believe, at this point, when Kaori is talking about the Empyrean making decisions. And I looked up what Empyrean means, and it means highest part of heaven. But it's the dragon government name.
It's the dragon government. Kind of like that, though, because dragons are in the sky, though. And the government's above them, so it's like heaven.
Plus, it would be heaven to be a part of the Empyrean, surrounded by dragons and the baby dragons, and then...
just hang out with the baby dragons.
That's what I would want.
Jack is also worried that Violet told Kaori what happened in the field. And mm-hmm. Violet's like, who knows, who needs to know already knows. And so, like, she hasn't told him. But then in the next several pages, tells every single buddy else. I'm like, okay, Violet. I get it. You're not a snitch to the professors,
but I will be telling everyone else, yeah.
Literally tells Dain, who is the biggest snitch.
Like the least trustworthy person to tell anything to.
So the senior riders have returned, and threshing has come to a close. So, like, all the dragons are back, and all the unbonded are back, and everyone's back, and then Violet heads back to her dragons.
This is the moment where Tairn mentions that he wants Violet to stay close to Xaden while the dragons are talking to make decisions. And she was like, wait, not Dain? He wants me to stay close to Xaden?
Because he calls him the wing leader.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he uses Xaden's actual name.
I don't think he uses anyone's actual name.
Yeah, I was like, maybe Tairn just doesn't like names. Like,
he likes nicknames, which is kind of cute. I want him to give me a nickname.
You say that, but as
annoying one, the chunky one.
No, he would never say that.
So funny, but if he did, I would laugh.
To be the sing-songy one.
Giggle shits.
Giggle shits. Giggle shits. He says, like, stay with the wing leader until we return. And then this is where she sees Coda, the biggest dragon she's ever seen, starts walking towards Tairn. And as he passes, each other dragon kind of gets into line and follows him. What does Coda mean?
War.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
Well, that's an easy one.
Yep.
So Tairn and Coda kind of in their heads, and then they all fly off to discuss. And then all the first years get so excited, and they're
like throwing a party.
They're like running to see their friends and like seeing it. And Violet and Ree get to see each other, and,
yes.
and she's like, "Who'd you bond?" And Ree's like, "The green daggertail."
Mm-hmm.
The green daggertail, Fierge. And she's like, "It was just easy."
I love that.
Riddick comes, and Riddick bonded
a brown swordtail named Atrum.
Thank you. I was not going to say that name. And he's also very excited for Violet bonding the biggest, baddest dragon of the land.
And thinking about how brown dragons hate when people are anxious, it makes so much sense that he would bond a brown, because he is confident in his silly goofiness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see that man ever being anxious.
No.
And then Sawyer also bonded his dragon. He bonded.
Yay! That was my biggest yay moment. Getting to read that the person who couldn't bond last year bonded this year. Yeah. Like, I wanted to cry for him.
He bonded a red swordtail named Sweeg.
Sure. I'm not pronouncing it differently.
That's how the audiobook says it, is Sweeg.
There's an extra S, but it could be silent. I don't know anything about the language.
Fair enough. And then Violet asks about, have you seen Trina? And they were like, Trina, like, I saw her fall from a red dragon.
Orange clubtail.
And then they were like, what about Tairn? And she was like, Tairn burned him because he stabbed me and tried to. And then she's interrupted by Dain.
I could just imagine Riddick being like, good riddance, honestly.
That's fine by me.
But we forgot to say that Violet did see someone start to fall off the back of an orange dragon on her flight in. So she did notice it happening, and she was thinking, I hope it's not anyone I know. And turns out it was, and I'm glad she closed her eyes so she didn't have to see that.
Yeah. Poor girl.
Yeah.
Then Dain goes, and he's like, well, he makes the note that, like, he's like, 4 out of 9 of you, that's to be expected, like, blah, blah, blah. Okay, Violet, like, we gotta talk. And Violet thinks it's her mom calling her, but it's really just Dain wanting to talk to her. And he goes to, like, the outskirts of the field, into the shadows. Dummy. And he's like, what fucking happened? Because I have half in my ear telling me that you didn't just bond the black dragon, but you also did the little golden one. And then he is just the biggest piece of shit. You're gonna have to choose, Violet. And she's like, I don't want to choose. And he's like, you have to fucking choose, and you have to pick Andarna. And I'm like, oh, excuse me. And he's like,
my first thought was because he wanted her to choose a smaller one so less people wanted to hurt her. But then we find out the real reason.
Yeah. The real reason is Tairn and Sigale are mated pair. And mated dragons cannot be far from each other. Otherwise, their health diminishes. Mm-hmm. And so Violet is now tied with Xaden forever and ever.
Amen. They're not just a mated pair. They are the strongest bonded pair in centuries.
Yeah. It's a big deal.
They're super in love.
But have no babies.
They do. It's Andarna.
That's true. They have an adopted baby.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they are like, it's a strong bond. And we'll see more of that coming in to the later in this chapter. But he's like just what happened? And Violet tells him everything. And out of everything that happened, Dain takes away Xaden was there?
Yeah. Was he about to break the rules a bit?
Do you not understand what happened, Violet? Xaden definitely corrupted Threshing.
He's such a Chad.
And Xaden's like, comes out of the shadows, all sexy shadow man, being like, oh, please tell me what you think I did, motherfucker.
I love the quiet rage.
Oh, and it's true. So chapter 16 is both Xaden and Violet point of view. So this is where chapter 16 Xaden's point of view comes into play when he walks into this little like conversation between Dain and Violet. And I love his inner thoughts of like, he should have been an infantry, and please give me a reason to punch the freaking Codex loving fool in the face.
And we're all like, yeah, punch him, punch him, punch him. Take your shirts off.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Nugget. End of third book. We know that Xaden's not with her. But we know he has to have Sigale with him, right? Because he either doesn't have Sigale with him, or Sigale and Tairn can't be together, or Violet doesn't have Tairn. And I'm so upset because I think maybe I think you had the theory of that Sigale and Tairn broke their bond, and I don't want that for them. I need this book to come out.
A year.
We can do it.
We have too much to study before the book comes out. During the conversation, we find out that Sigale is the one who called for Tairn to come, and it's because she hates bullies. That made me love Sigale. I've never been an actual fan of Sigale because she scared me, but now I'm like, heck yeah, we hate bullies.
Something I want to note, I think is funny. Violet, when Dain is like trying to be like, you have to choose, she reaches out to them, like her dragons, and it's like, do I have to choose? And they don't respond. And she finds out.
And she flips out.
Yeah, she does. She gets very worried. She finds out later that like they were blocked because humans can't know what the Empyrean is talking about. Mm-hmm. But in Xaden's point of view, Sigale is talking to him the whole time.
Well, she doesn't follow the same laws. That was stated a long time ago. This girl does what she wants, and she loves her boy, and he loves his girl, and they're always going to talk.
So, she knows that they're a mated pair, and she knows that Sigale is the one that called Tairn, because Dain's like, you corrupted Threshing, like, and Dain's like, yeah, did I see her face 3 men? Did I see her be brave? Did I see her do all this stuff? Yeah, but also Sigale saw that. And she's like, oh, Violet realizes that, like, Sigale called him, and then she also realizes that Xaden's not going to kill her. Like, she clicks it in her brain now that, like, he's not going to kill her. Like, this whole time, like, she always thought, like, when is he gonna kill me? When is this? But not anymore. Like,
he can't.
They're tied. Yeah, they're tied together. She is safe from one man.
And Xaden was like, I don't want this bond to be happening, like, either, because he was talking to Dain about it, and they were arguing, blah, 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 blah. And this is where Violet finds out that if Tairn dies, Sigale dies, and all that stuff. And we also learn that bonds get stronger with every rider a dragon has. And this is where I kind of think maybe another reason why Jack can control his dragon, because of how strong their bond is, and he's his 5th rider, which isn't normal, I guess, with the way Kaori was talking about it. Like, that's a lot.
Well, that throws the whole wrench in my idea of that Venom can control their dragons. As they're going, like, back and forth, Xaden is like, kind of being like, Tairn picked her all on her own, like, I had nothing to do with it. Mm-hmm. And Sigale's like, well, you were moving when Tairn was, like, arriving. So, if he wasn't there, you would be doing exactly what Dain's saying that you did. And he is like, fuck you, to Sigale, but doesn't say that because he respects her. Yeah. But he's like, but what would you say even if I did what you said I was doing, if I saved the woman that you call your best friend? And cowardly fucking Dain Atos. He's like, would you have saved her? Would you have broken the rules?
And he thinks for so long.
It's a devastating moment. And he's like, no. The rules are the rules.
What? Sorry.
I hate him. And
Violet is broken. Yeah.
Crushed. She's like, I knew the rules mattered to him. And I even knew the rules mattered more than me. But hearing it,
she gets so mad at Xaden. She's like, why would you make him say that?
Yeah, and
that's not fair.
And even Sigale's like, dude, that's kind of harsh. And Xaden to Sigale is like, well, she has to see him in the way it is, especially if this is going to work, because she can't be close to him. And Violet is just like, why did you do that? And then she was like, you know what? Fuck you, whatever. And walks away. And Xaden is not okay with someone dismissing themselves in his presence if he is not the one that dismissed you.
He has to be in control. He has to be in charge.
Breaks control and goes after her. And she's like, okay, hold on, ma'am. We weren't done here.
Get your pint-sized morsel of straight up arsenic ass back here and talk to me. I wish he would have said that.
I would have loved that.
I didn't notice when I was reading Violet's perspective where Dain was grabbing her right at the beginning when they started talking. He grabbed her right above her wounds, right where the wounds start, where she was cut. And Xaden was pissed when he saw that, and I would be too. In Violet's perspective, she was just like, yeah, he grabbed me and it hurt. And I didn't realize it's because he was literally grabbing her wound. Why the hell would you do that, dude?
Because he thinks about himself. He also touches her face in the moment, like, trying to be, like, soothing. I think it's him, like, trying to figure out what happened in the field, if he is using his signet.
Me thinking that Dain is evil, which I don't think this is true, but who knows? What if touching an open wound and open flesh made it easier for him to read?
Ew!
I know that's not it, but I have to play devil's advocate here.
That's fair. Something Xaden consistently notices, well, Violet's body, which kind of got weird to me after a while, because it, like, is always her body, but, like, he always notices her eyes and how her emotions change, like, the hue of it, and it's, like, always, like, he notices her eyes, and then he's like, why am I noticing that?
It's like, dude, get it together.
And he's like, Sigale's like, and he's like, no, attractive and mushy are different. And we're all like, is it?
Is it?
Is it, sir?
He's like, I'll screw her, but I'm not gonna love her or anything.
I can't love. I'm broody and lone.
Sad and tortured.
They're on their way back to the dragons because the dragons have returned, and Xaden, like, walked back up to her and, like, grabbed her, and he's like, you're going to be target number one at this point. Like, all the unbonded riders are going to want to attack you because now Tairn's in play, and they're going to want to try to get him. Like, so
all 41 of them.
Yeah, no matter what, like...
Our target number one. You need to watch your back. You have to be safe.
And regardless of if you want there to be an us now, there is an us. Because I have to keep you safe so you don't die and then in turn kill me.
Sure, that's what it is.
She makes it back to her dragons, and she's, like, really upset with them, because she was like, I reached out to you, and I didn't get a response. And they're like, well, everyone was, like, blocked. You can't know what's in the Piran, which makes her feel better. And then she's like, what happened? Like, what was the answer? And Tairn's like, it is as it should be. In Tairn's wonderful mystical way. So Xaden is no longer with her. Xaden is over where all the other wing leaders are, and Garrick is one of my favorite characters now.
Yes, it's so good. He calls Xaden out all the time, and I love it.
He's like, so the general's daughter, and Xaden's like, shut up. And so Gale's just over there laughing her butt off. General Melgren comes up and says, the Empyrean have made their ruling. The Sorengale girl gets to keep both dragons. And we're like, yay! She gets
Cat meow! Yay!
And Xaden, like, before this is announced, he's like, I know that she gets to keep both, because they're not going to tell Tairn he can't have what he wants. They want him on the field way too badly.
And plus, the people who want to do research are going to be able to get closer to a Feathertail.
That's also true. Unfortunately, that doesn't really get to happen for them, is it?
Nope. Good thing.
So, she's all happy, and then Violet's mom comes up and does this, like, speech about families and blah, blah, blah. Violet doesn't pay attention, and neither does
She's
Xaden.
kind of mad about what her mom says.
Yeah, and so... But basically the gist of it is the unbonded get to have a chance next year if they don't bond or die in the next couple months. And then she's like, Riders, we congratulate you. Now step forward. And
before they do that, we do know that one of the unbonded is Orin. Who was a part of the 3 people that tried to kill Violet and the gold dragon. He was, like, the least exciting of the 3.
That is true. He was unconscious on the ground for a while.
Yeah.
They all the first years step a little bit forward in front of their dragons, and then their dragons burn, but it's not really burning, the relic onto their dragon skin. And Violet's relic's on her back. And then
Dain comes up and he's like, may I? And
okay,
Violet's
first of all,
like,
can we
yeah,
just talk
sure.
about, like, he's like, you bonded both. And I'm like, oh, so now you're okay with it, Dain?
Yeah.
Because the man said that she can have both, you're okay with it now? Fuck you.
Yeah, seriously. He cups her face after the tattoos are given, and he's like, can I see it? And she's like, yeah.
He unlaces her back, which Xaden sees and is not happy about it. And Garrick's
so mad.
Garrett's like, it's fine. He's rebelling it after it happens. But he opens it back, or Dain opens her vest to show her back, and it is a shoulder-to-shoulder black dragon in flight. And then in the center is a golden dragon. And a cool thing that happens is Dain moves out of the way, and Violet sees through Andarna's eyes to see the tattoo. And I was like, that's such a cool thing. But then Dain wraps it back up, and Garrick's like, no, see, it's totally fine. He's undoing her. She's all good. They're turning around. And then he's like, ah, shit. Dain freaking kisses her. You literally just said you would not break the rules to save your best friend, and then you've had the effing audacity to kiss her. I would slap him across the face.
I think after he was checking her memories and grabbing her face, this was just all he could think of to convince her he'd do anything for her. This was like his last hope.
That's true. He does, like, talk about right before it happens, because he doesn't, like, turn around and just kiss her. He's like, I want you to know that I would do anything for you, Violet. I would want to keep you safe. And she's like, I know you would keep me safe. And then he kisses her. By the way, on the other side of the field, Xaden has to use shadows to pin him down so he doesn't go over there and snap the shit out of Dain. Which Garrick is loving.
Xaden says one of the most iconic lines now, and he says, "Her blood is my blood," and that is so good.
His mouth is touching my violence. Her blood is my blood. Oh. Garrick is like dying and loving the fact that he's like, I don't think I've ever seen you jealous. And Xaden's like, shut up, dude, I fucking can't. But Violet doesn't seem to enjoy the kiss. She realizes that she might have wanted this in a past life, but she no longer wants him.
Yay!
Growth! And that's the end of the chapter.
Yeah. We get to find out in Xaden's perspective that, like, we get to see the strands of the bonds that he's made.
Oh, yes, please. I forgot about those completely.
His bond with Sigale, he imagines as a hard sapphire. He now has one with Tairn, and that's onyx.
Which also, it seems like he's recognized it before, but it's not been there a lot.
Yes. And then he now has a glimmering strand of silver.
And when he, like, is looking at it and, like, thinking about her, Violet gets a tingle in her neck and looks over to Xaden. So, like, the start of the bond is happening. And the only reason why Xaden has these connections to Tairn and Violet is because Tairn and Sigale's bond is so strong.
Yeah. Garrick has a brown scorpion tail named Crad. We hear that. And Liam bonded a red dagger tail. Also, Xaden says, like, in passing, that Liam is Xaden's foster brother.
Oh, I wanted to also note that Garrick and Xaden were talking while Lilith was talking, and Garrick was like, I guess we have to keep her safe. And Xaden thinks of the idea right then and there to put Liam in her squad, but Garrick is the one to be like, give her a chance. To show that she can. And just another reason why I really like him.
Xaden mentions that Bodhi, Garrick, and Liam are the three most important people in his life. And then he's like, well, now Violet is too. And he doesn't realize how true that is yet. Maybe he's starting to, but he doesn't want to admit it. But thinking about those three, if we know they're the three most important people in his life, those would be the three most likely to be the brother. Okay? We have Bodhi, which we don't think it is. We have Garrick, which we don't think it is. And then we have Liam, which technically it's impossible.
Has she confirmed he's dead? Because she's confirmed that Violet's dad's dead, but
I haven't seen that.
Haven't confirmed anything else. I think I want it to be Liam because I loved Liam, but I don't see Liam as being someone who would turn.
Yeah, but what if it wasn't a choice? If he was on the brink of death,
but I feel like
scientific experiments are taking place, he could have been forced to.
But he's out in the field.
Yeah.
They don't even return with him.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
People can find you at any point.
What chapter does Liam die in?
Chapter 38.
So we just listened to the chapter where Liam dies, and there is some room for interpretation. There is, like, Xaden screams, and, like,
his heartbeat slows. Which is a sign of venom, by the way.
Is it? Or is it just of, like, you're dying?
I mean, it's both.
How betrayed would you be if it's Liam?
If he turned into Venom, I'd be ecstatic. That Xaden's not alone. They're both good guys, and they're going to find a way back together. No one can know Liam is still alive, so it makes sense that they would run away because they're protecting each other.
So I guess the question sits now is, has there ever been a time when a dragon died and their rider didn't also die?
Yeah. Jack, when he's Venom.
It's Liam. It's fucking Liam! Yeah! Rebecca, we love you. Good job, Liam. Okay.
Oh my god, and it would make so much sense if he's Venom and they're doing science experiments. He would be locked up, and that's why Violet sees him, and she thinks she's hallucinating, but really she sees him there with her because he's there locked up being tested on.
That chapter is so heartbreaking. Well, it like, he doesn't even have to be in the room. He could be in a separate room and just talking to her, and she's so out of it that...
Yeah!
Or he's not being tested on at all, and the Venom just take him away.
Yeah, and she's mind-walking, or he's mind-walking, or...
Okay, but then... And then the only fault that comes is Xaden says, in the last couple chapters, he's watched me for months. Like... struggle with this.
Well, if he's alive,
do you think Xaden knows he's alive?
It wouldn't be the first secret he's kept.
I don't know. Damn, I need this book.
Please be Liam. Oh my god.
I've never been convinced it's Liam. But when they said my brother? I was like,
oh
brother?
My god.
I've never heard Xaden call anyone else brother. I've heard Jack be like, you're my brother now.
Yeah. I'm gonna close the archives.
Close the archives.
We have some dragon names to go over for the bonded breakdown.
Let's hear them.
I want to live in Liam land for a little bit longer. Okay, but when it's not him, we're gonna be so pissed. Literally anyone else, I would be so mad that they're Venom. But him, I'd be so excited.
I just, can't. Like, the only 4 people that are males that are riders that are anywhere close to Xaden are Garrick, Bodhi,
Brennan.
Brennan. Liam's dead, but so he's like a 5th, but he's like there.
He screams in pain because he's channeling from the earth and it hurts so bad. Because it's so much power and they say you burn.
Oh my god, I'm deep diving this later because I need to figure out, I need to read the chapter when Xaden channels
to know what it's like, yeah.
Next,
because his heart rate was slowing too. Oh my god.
Larissa, what are some dragon names meaning?
Yeah. Okay. Rhee's dragon's name is Fierge, and that means of anger.
That's an odd one for her.
Well, he did unintentionally kill people already, so...
Yeah, remember, Rebecca? Rhee is not perfect because her dragon has work to do.
Why are Xaden and Violet the only ones with female dragons? Unconfirmed. But it feels like it.
Males. A lot of them are males. Okay.
Females are less trusting, so maybe they don't bond as much.
Maybe. That's a really good point, though.
Okay.
What about Riddick's dragon?
Riddick's dragon is Atrum, and that means light, but in, terms of lightweight.
Okay.
Skinny legend.
He's a skinny legend. It's because all he eats is ice.
It's because Riddick makes everything lightweight with his jokes.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Sawyer's dragon is Sleeg. This one made me laugh because there are many options. One of them I think is funny. The other has me concerned. So it means slice, chip, shingle, potato chip, or splinter.
Slices his leg off. Potato chips are a great snack.
What if Sawyer's the brother?
I don't think he has that many interactions with Xaden. That's my issue.
He's there, though. And
to see him struggle?
He goes to the healers.
You are so anti-healer.
I can't with them. Okay, I can't. I'm anti-healer and anti-scribes. And anti-riders. I'm pro-flyers. Let me just put that out there.
What about infantry? What do you feel about that?
Poor infantry. I feel so bad for infantry.
Okay, our next merch is a pro and con list, and it's cons, riders, or pro and con list of best guys, riders, healers, scribes. On the pros, poor infantry. And
then flyers cons. Underneath.
No, cons, they don't have flyers because they're great.
Yeah. Because flyers don't go around trying to kill everyone who joins them. Like, what the hell?
Also, you don't die if you don't bond.
Yeah. What a thought.
What a thought. Okay.
Like, Biscay, did you ever think you could just not?
You ever thought not to be a death college? You should give it a try. Any other names?
Garrick's brown scorpion tail is Crad, which means, just listen to this, pain, suffering, and torment.
Sounds like he needs a vacation.
And he's the one who he's serious. He takes his job seriously, like his position seriously. And he is... What is happening right now? Anyway.
I wanted to show my pretty mic.
Okay, so he takes his position seriously, so maybe it's pain with, like, the responsibility, but he also is the one who mentions, like, not torturing a child with what their parents did, and not, he jokes around with Xaden about his feelings for Violet, and he's always, like, pretty positive, I would say.
Yeah.
So the fact that his dragon means pain, suffering, and torment is either like he's going through shit behind closed doors and is super emotional, or he's the brother.
I think he can't be the brother because it's Liam.
Yeah! Which, honestly, after today, I'm so convinced.
I promise you, I'm gonna be doing some research. Well, let's put us into the world. We bond dragons. We're flying.
Yay!
I think we've already talked about what color dragons we would do.
Green.
Yes, green. Do you have a dragon tail type that you would think you would have?
Considering I don't know what they mean, no.
I think
I want a poofy tail, but they don't have those.
Feather tail.
No, I don't want feathers. I want wool. I want puffs of clouds.
I want cotton candy at the end of my dragon's tail.
Yeah.
I think I would do dagger tail.
Okay. Short and to the point.
Yeah. So we have our green dragons. We flew in. Do you tell the professor that someone tried to kill a dragon, or do you not?
I'm probably still in shock, dude. I don't even know what's going on. A dragon chooses me. I survived all of that. I'm not saying anything to anyone. I'm shut down. My anxiety was so high. I'm probably vomiting right now. I don't even know how I'm going to say my dragon's name. I'm not saying shit to anybody.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
What about you?
No, I wouldn't. I would probably do exactly what Violet did and tell my friends. I wouldn't.
Yeah, for sure. But it would take me a little to stop throwing up.
I would literally walk up to you and be like, congratulations. Amazing. Do you want some water? Jack? Yeah, he tried to kill me because I was protecting a dragon who he wanted to kill. So your childhood crush kisses you.
Okay, I'm trying to think to my childhood crush. I got it. I know exactly who it is.
You've told yourself you've wanted this for so long.
Mm-hmm.
You have thought about this kiss. You have imagined how this would go. And then the spark's not there.
Makes sense.
What would you do? What would your thoughts be? Would you slap him like I would?
No.
Even after all he's done?
No. I might. If I was my calm, confident Riddick type self, I would bite him.
You and licking and biting.
Well, it was right there. He's on my face without consent, by the way. I'm gonna bite your lip off.
Fuck you. Punch you right in the nose.
Yeah.
Do you think you sleep that first night?
I'd probably pass out. Like, from straight up exhaustion.
You hit the wall.
Yeah.
I feel like I would be tossing and turning.
I don't know. Because I'd feel pretty comfortable being bonded to Xaden.
You don't know that there's that bond yet, though.
That night?
Well, you know that you're bonded to him, but you don't know of, like, the actual physical bond.
Yeah, but you know that he's not going to kill you anymore, so that's one less person to worry about.
That is true. Just the 41 others.
Yeah, we don't talk about those. You're standing there, you're listening to Xaden talk about all this stuff, and you hear your childhood crush say that stuff about you. How you feeling? What are you doing? Do you give him the benefit of the doubt?
No. I am not going to keep someone around that long that, like Violet did. So, if you don't believe in me like that, then get out of my life. I have dealt with enough shit in my life that I don't want someone who is, like, he's not going to see me for who I am. And I don't care. I don't care. When you say, I'm not going to save her, I don't think I would even say, like, it's okay, Dain. I think I would just be like, fuck you, and walk away.
I can so see that.
Do you give him the benefit of the doubt?
I think I would kind of respond like Violet did, because I always am, like, protective of the people that I care about, even if they hurt me. But I think later my true feelings would come up, and I would be really pissed, and I would tell him off, but it wouldn't happen in that moment.
I am a people pleaser, but when I'm angry, I would be pretty angry at Dain.
It takes me a little bit to process. Like, someone told me something about me having bad breath in high school, and I didn't connect the dots until I was in college. Like, it takes me a while to process stuff.
Fair enough. Charlie.
You're also still in that conversation, and you kind of figure out that Xaden and you are tied together.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on there? Like, you forever know you're going to be stationed with this man and his blue dragon.
That's where I, like, shut up. Like, I don't know. I don't think I would be able to process that. I would just... I think later in that night when I'm alone in my bedroom, I would be like, holy fucking shit. I get to spend the rest of my life with this man who wanted to kill me but now does not. Oh, I would be excited. I think
That would give me some sort of comfort. Like, it's not just me and my dragon. I have, like, a unit that is forever with me now.
Yeah, not alone.
Yeah.
Plus, I always love I know she doesn't know it yet, but, like, when characters are able to, like, talk telepathically, I love that in, a book. It's just, like, it feels so intimate.
Yeah, it does.
And so something that's, like, I love it. If I could have that ability with my husband, it would probably be really bad, actually, because we would talk so much shit. but it would be so nice. Because there's some days where it's like, I'm so exhausted, and it's like, I want to tell you my day, but I don't want to talk. Yeah. And so, like, to be able to just be like, would be nice.
You go out and let's pretend you're not bonded to Tairn or Andarna. You're bonding your dragon, and
I got my green dragon.
You get your tattoo.
Samantha.
What does it look like? And where is it? And how big is it?
I like the back.
I do too. I think it's poetic.
I think I would like a somewhat big tattoo, and then the tail, like, kind of, like,
wrapping around. That'd be so cool.
It doesn't have to go all the way around, but, like, a little bit. And I think it would be, like, a side profile of a dragon. Mm-hmm. And not, like, the front or the back of it.
Do we know what other dragon tattoos look like? Like, are they colorful? Or are they only black, typically?
No, I think we have one that's described as red.
Red. Yeah. Who is that?
I don't know either.
So yours would be green?
That would be a weird thing for Lizzie. Yeah. Well, Xaden's is blue.
Yeah?
It is blue because it's described as, like, the blue tattoo and then the silver scars.
Okay. Yeah.
So, yeah, ours would be green. I think mine would be, like, a deep, deep green.
I don't think mine would be flying. I think mine would be jumping on the ground.
Oh my god, that would be so cute. Like, bouncing.
Like there's a butterfly it's trying to catch or something.
Where would you put it?
I'm not rider material.
Would you do the back, or?
I like the thought of it going from shoulder blade to shoulder blade.
I think it looks so, like...
Just prancing. Kind of like a deer or a bunny.
You later get a tattoo of, like, a butterfly that it's chasing, and your dragon's just like, why did I bond this one? I love it. Okay, well, are we ready for the next section?
We always put ourselves in the shoes of Violet. Let's put ourselves in the shoes of Xaden.
Okay. I punch Garrett. Because I think that's what friends do.
Yeah. Like, really hard on the arm.
I also punch Dain. But in the face. Oh, hard.
That is hard. Okay, I have to, like, rewire my brain right now.
I can't, other than exactly how Rebecca writes it, that's the only way I can imagine happening. Like, I don't think I would... it's just so perfect how
it is so perfect. I don't have as much self-control as Xaden has, though. I'd have been grabbing Violet and taking her with me and putting her in my pocket and, like...
Don't fucking move. You stay here. I don't care if you have first year responsibilities and classes. You're now a third year. If anyone wants to fight with me, they can talk to Tairn.
And Stigale. Together. Good luck.
I think I would be more open with Violet.
Yeah, you would be. Not completely.
Not completely, no. Like, there's things like the missions and the rebellion that she's not going to be knowing. But I would be more open with her. I would want to make sure that she felt like she could come to me with anything. And, like, we're an actual pair. And it's not just, like, you're a burden on me that I have to now keep safe. So I feel like that would be really mostly my only change of... I think I would still do the Dain thing where he asks.
Yeah. He needed more emotional torture. More than that.
Yeah.
But I can see, like, Xaden already wants to protect.
Mm-hmm. And he just did enough.
But he wanted to protect and kind of spare Violet's feelings. So he did enough, but he didn't go farther. But it was a lot to unpack. I don't know.
Literally, it would be like you or me telling each other, I wouldn't save your life.
Yeah, that's fucking stupid.
I wouldn't save your life, ma'am. I would just die with you.
We're completely separate. We're like the background characters who no one talks about. So we're just witnessing all of this going on. We see Violet fly in on the black dragon, and we hear that she bonded the gold dragon. What are we talking about? How are we responding to that?
How the fuck did she get 2? I barely got my 1.
Do you make it out with no scratches?
No. I would have scratches from my own stupidity.
You would have to stop me from going up to Andarna. Like, I promise you, I would be trying to pet and give all the belly rubs.
You finding out she has paws and not claws?
It would be over.
You would be like, listen, Lizzie, we need to become friends with Violet?
Yeah.
Because I need to know her dragon. And you would be going to your dragon and being like, okay, yeah, you see that one over there? Do you know her? Can you introduce me?
I need to give her all the belly rubs.
You guys would be so cute.
And then she becomes a teenager and she tries to kill me.
At that point, I would have to take you away.
Yeah, I would be sobbing for days if I could no longer give Andarna belly rubs.
No. We'll buy you a dog.
He's right here. He put his head on my lap. I think he knows I'm feeling cuddly.
Oh. We made it. We're dragon riders.
Sure we are.
We have our own rooms that we get to sleep in tonight.
Yay!
Yay! Reader or listener lore.
Our poll question on our episode called Dragon Bonding, Venom Theories, and Other Fun Things. That's not exactly the title, but you'll see it when you look at it on Spotify or YouTube. The poll question was, do you think dragons stopped bonding because of Venom?
Okay.
The options were yes, and it's terrifying. Maybe, but not intentionally. No, dragons would never. Or I'm not okay after this theory.
What was the answers?
It's, again, split 50-50. With 2. Yes, and it's terrifying. Or maybe, but not intentionally. Which I don't... I mean, I get it, but I also feel like... I don't know.
I think it's yes or no. Like,
I agree. Also, I'm not okay after this theory. I really am not.
Oh, I just don't like it thinking that, like, Tairn has another connection, but I really
There's no way he does.
I like the thought of you when you said, like, he broke it. There's a reason why he didn't bond for 5 years. I like it. Thank you for answering, guys.
Yeah, keep up answering those. Make sure you send us any hot takes or leave reviews. Ooh, I never say this. Follow us. Or subscribe, depending on where you're watching. We need it so we can push this out to other people who are like us, and we can all start talking and answering poll questions and doing all that good stuff. Answer all of those questions that we did in the Bonded Breakdown. Let us know what you would be doing or thinking or feeling, or if you're also throwing up. Give us your bookish opinions, leave us mini stories, and please answer more of those poll questions because I post them every time we have an episode.
Yes, it would be very appreciated. So next week we are looking at chapters 17 and 18. So read those if you are following along or just need a recap of them. Otherwise, we hope that you have a wonderful day. I hope you have all the snacks that you need and your drink is the perfect temperature. Until next time, we're booked and bonded. Bye.
Bye.